I know it's been a minute, but start with the prayer. Dear Father, I just thank you for this day and this opportunity to be used as a vessel to let your people know that you are available, able, and ready in the name of Jesus of Nazareth. Let's cut this bread. John 8:12 says, Jesus once again addressed them. I am the world's light, and no one who follows me stumbles around in darkness. I provide plenty of light to live in. John 8:23 through 24. Jesus said, you're tied down to the mundane. I'm in touch with what is beyond your horizons. You live on other terms. I told you that you were missing God in all this. You're at a dead end. If you won't believe I am who I say I am, you're at the dead end of sins. You're missing God in your lives. You know what? I don't think, that people have really ever said, like, how relatable or how understandable or how compassionate Jesus really is. Like, once you incorporate him into your life, like Jesus just ain't, oh, I open the Bible and, I could read about Jesus, but Jesus is he's in my life. Like, he is my life. Like, I can't I can't do it without him, right? And I've tried plenty of times and I fail like every single time. Like, I thought I was doing good getting on here and making videos and doing all this other stuff, but when something heated me up, I wasn't walking in love. I wasn't walking in love. There's still remnants of Tanya when it has to be all of Jesus. And I love how Jesus is so just straightforward. Like, look, you're tied down to the mundane, and mundane means dull or lack of excitement. Like, anything that you got, it's not really moving or shaking anything. I get that. Then he said, I'm in touch with what is beyond your horizons. You know what the horizons are? Or a horizon? The line in which the earth's surface and the sky meet. You could physically see it, like if you're standing by the water and you could see that line, but you ain't nowhere near to touching it. And Jesus is past that. Like, we try to put him in a box or we try to limit him and what he can do when we're the ones who work from a limiting perspective. Always. This walk this walk ain't difficult, right? And it's not like Jesus don't know who you are or what you're going through or how you feel inside or, just who you are afraid to be or who I'm afraid to be or, whatever it is, right? It's real intimacy and him being like, look, if you're with me, you ain't ever got to worry about nothing because I'm past where you can see, I'm past your vision. Now you just think about it, the earth's surface and the skyline. You can see it, but you can't touch it. And this is really like a premise for our lives. This new life that God has for us. And you got to think about it, like, you ain't nobody going to Jesus being like, Jesus, I want to holler at you. I want to be just like you. Ain't nobody, I don't think that, it's ever been that appealing to walk with Jesus because Jesus requires so much. When in fact, Jesus just requires that you come to him like 100. This is where I'm at. This is what's going on. Like, not trying to sugarcoat anything because we're stuck in this non-fulfilling life that we wake up and we dread. And it shouldn't be like that because when you're walking around in the light, you can't stumble on anything dark because the presence of God is so amazing that it'll encompass everything around you so you're not falling back in the same traps. And Jesus is talking to these Pharisees who had this whole trap of like, oh, you ain't doing it like this. You got to show us. You need a term is another word that God brought up. The word term means a word or phrase used to describe a thing or express a concept, this way of life. Listen, we're all human. We all go through stuff and we all process things differently. But what's available right now, because time is running short, and you know what, from now on, I'm just going to keep saying it because it's running short. The concept of a new creation is available, a new life, a transformation that's waiting for us. But we can't see past our own horizon because We're so stuck in this dullness of, oh, this happened to me, or oh, I can't get past this, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. But if you got a real relationship with God, a real relationship with God, and I ain't telling you stuff ain't gonna happen. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you know that anything that happens, God's already in control. He's been in control. He's never stopped being in control. The only difference is we try to go off and we try to do things to put ourselves in positions where we can ultimately think that we're in control and we're not. And Jesus is just offering that true freedom. But he also says that if you don't even believe in me, you're already lost. Ain't nowhere else to go. Like, what, and we all got an option. But this is the thing, like, are we going to choose to follow him because we love him and because he's like, look, I gave my life for you. I know a way that seems right to man, and it's not. I know that you think that righteousness comes from your denomination, but it doesn't. I know you think that religion is something that I'm part of, but I'm not. Jesus, like, it's just, man, this new life is so dope because I don't have to do this by myself. Whatever problem I got going on, like, and let me tell you, I've always said this before, I would like to just not do any of this and sit back and watch Netflix and chill. But I can't do that because there's a mission. What God has done for me, he's like, look, you don't want to have no parts in me, and when I sent you to Jesus, you still buckled. But Jesus never left you, and he kept showing you, I'm here, I love you, just have some more faith, just see what I'm doing, like, trust me. And when I finally got to the spot where I could trust him, then it was like, okay, now you got to grow and you got to let somebody else know. We all go through stuff. We all go through stuff, but we don't have to go through it alone. And there's always going to be somebody on the sidelines that's saying, you got to do it this way and you got to do it this way. But if it ain't Jesus talking to you and it ain't Jesus telling you what it is, then it don't matter. We all want to have a definition of what a relationship is supposed to be like. But God already said it out. Like, love me with your whole heart, your mind, your body, your soul, your everything. Like, love me. Because I loved you with an everlasting love that I sent my own son. This chance to be walking in light and not stumbling around over things because we're blind, or, and obviously when you're blind, you're dark. You know what I'm saying? You can't see anything. We don't have to keep doing that. It's overwhelming when you have to do it yourself. It's overwhelming when you just have to take the storms of life, right? And try to suppress like every wave that's coming, like, oh, ain't nothing happening. That's rough to live like that, right? I can't live like that no more. I know that don't nobody understand me like God. I know that don't nobody care for me like God. I know that ain't nobody gonna always be here like God. People fail. And you know what? I'm at a point too. Like, if I see you play me, don't get mad when I don't respond. You know what I'm saying? People do that though. And that's stumbling around in the dark. Like, oh, I'm going to call somebody when it's convenient, or I'm going to pop off because someone made me mad, or, we got to come to this spot where we surrender. I surrender. Just, I throw my hands up like I surrender. I have been telling God, like, God, I need to get to the next level. And I can't do it. I need you to do it, God. I need you to put it in me. I need you to show me. I need you. I was working on some things for Thug Mercy, and like my trademark stuff, like I had to do some stuff and I end up deleting my whole website, right? All right. Been working on it for like a week and a half already. And then once I started tapping into God, right? And being like, okay, Jesus, what's the next move? Listening to the word on how he was always listening to God first before he made any move. I went to sleep the other night And in my spirit, God was like, make your website like this, make it like this, make it like this, make it like this. Cool, right? I woke up the next morning, and I started my day with some praise and worship. And let me tell you, my praise and worship, it ain't like, I don't know how to be churchy, you know what I'm saying? But my praise and worship is like kingdom music, the new Kanye, and some instrumentals where we can just create a new song. We're singing a new praise to the Lord. So as I'm doing this, I'm on an instrumental and I'm just flowing, and I can feel the Holy Spirit come in, and the words came out. And when the words came out, I'm like, that's it, God. That's it. If I just give you my all and focus everything into you, what can stop me? Nothing. And I just started, I got so excited because it was like, all right, let me lay it down. Let me lay down my anger. Let me lay down my pop off. Let me lay down my doubt. Let me lay down, my procrastination. Let me get on fire and stay on fire for you. I don't know what anybody else is talking about, and I really don't care, because the only thing that I am here to do is be like, look, this is what Jesus did for me. This is what he offered me. This is what he showed me. This is how he changed me. He could do it for you. He sees past what I see. The way that I want to do it, ain't no excitement in it. Riding with him, being like, okay, I got shotgun, let's go. It's amazing. Going through life and just kind of be like, pat, pat, pat. Everything get blocked when you're riding with Jesus. He's the world's light, and he's here. Open invitation. Holla at God.